We Look for Christ, by J T Mawson. There can be no improvement in a world that rejected Christ and continues to refuse him his rights. Dispelled already are the delusions of those flatterers of humanity who for years have cried, "Peace, peace," when there was no peace, and equally vain are the hopes of those who are comforting themselves with the conjecture that as a result of the present welter of blood the wolf shall lie down with the lamb and the nations learn war no more. The Bible is the Christian's chart, and no such universal and perpetual quiet by the consent of humanity as these would-be prophets predict is marked upon its infallible page. Such a peace is coming, but it will be when the kingdoms of earth become the kingdoms of Christ, whose right they are, and against that glorious event the whole energy of humanity will be marshaled, for deluded by the devil the world does not know the things that make for its peace. Their feet are swift to shed blood. Destruction and misery are in their ways. The way of peace have they not known it. There is no fear of God before the eyes, Romans 3. The world's trial is past, its own judgment as to God and his Christ was definitely and finally recorded when they cried, "Away with him, crucify him." Sentence has gone out against it, and the wrath of God will presently execute that sentence. But those who have turned to God to serve the living and true God are no longer of the world, and they await his Son from heaven, even Jesus, who died for us to deliver us from the coming wrath. 1 Thessalonians 1. To some the coming of the Lord to take his saints out of this world may seem long delayed, and a weariness may have crept over the spirit and the freshness of the hope declined, and slumber as regards that great event supervened. May the Lord in these times of trouble awaken his saints from sleep and restore the joy of this hope where it has been lost. If his coming seems to tarry we must still wait for it, for the just shall live by faith. For yet a very little while he that comes will come, and will not delay, Hebrews 10 verse 37, New Translation. Meanwhile we know the reason why the little while has been and is still extended, for the Bible makes all things plain. It is God's long-suffering with men. The Lord is not slack concerning his promise as some men count slackness, but is long-suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance. 2 Peter 3 verse 9. If God is not slack concerning his promise, may we not be slack in looking for the fulfillment of it, and meanwhile, in sympathy with his incomparable grace to men, be diligent in spreading the gospel of his salvation, which saves men from the world and its delusions and the wrath which is most surely coming upon it.